Mary had a little lamb.
From the classiest radio station on the air, this is...
Welcome to the Black Rabbit's Curse, where every shadow hides a sinister verse. Hear the airs thick with tales of terror twist in your head into the dark unknown where fear takes root and chills the bone. Beware, dear traveler, for once you're here, the curse may linger year after year. Don't let them in. It started with a knock on the door. Claire lived alone in a small cabin deep in the woods, miles away from the nearest neighbor. It was late, past midnight. The knock was soft but instant. She froze, her book slipping from her hands. Who could that be at this hour? She mumbled. Grabbing her phone, she crept towards the door. The porch light flickered, casting long, jagged shadows across the room. Who's there? She called, her voice trembling. No answer. Her stomach churned. She glanced out the window, but she only saw darkness. Taking a deep breath, she peeked through the peephole. Nobody was there. But then she heard it. Whispers, faint, gurgling voices, murmuring just beyond the door. She couldn't make out the words, but they sounded wrong, distorted. She backed away, her instincts screaming to lock the door and turn off the lights. But before she could react, her phone buzzed. A text. Why won't you let us in, Claire? Her blood turned to ice. She hadn't told anyone where she was staying, and she didn't recognize the number. Trembling, she typed back, "Who's this?" A reply came immediately. Look outside. Every muscle in her body screamed not to, but some unseen force compelled her. She moved to the window, her fingers gripping the curtain. Slowly, she pulled it aside. The porch light flickered again, and there they were, two figures standing at the edge of the woods. They were tall and unnaturally thin, their limbs too long, their heads tilted at odd angles. Their faces were blank, pale ovals, featureless except for deep, hollow sockets where eyes should have been. As soon as she saw them, they moved. Not walking, not running, gliding fast. They were at her porch in seconds, standing right in front of the door. They whispered in unison, their voices crackling like static. Claire stumbled back, her heart pounding so hard she thought it might burst. She grabbed her chicken knife and dialed 911, but the call wouldn't go through. Every time she tried, the same whisper came through the receiver. Let us in. She barricaded herself in the bedroom, clutching the knife. The whispers grew louder, echoing through the house, coming from every direction, and then silence. For hours, she sat trembling in the dark, waiting for sunrise. When morning came, she finally mustered the courage to leave the bedroom. The house was empty, the porch light still flickering. She opened the front door cautiously. For hours, she sat trembling in the dark, waiting for sunrise. When morning came, she finally mustered the courage to leave the bedroom. The house was empty, the porch light still flickering. There were no footprints, no signs anyone had been there at all. But she stepped outside. Something caught her eye. Carved into the wood of the door in deep, jagged letters were 3 words: "We'll be back." That night, the knocking started again. This time, it came from the bedroom window.
Sit here.
Don't let them.
Eyes wide open. Remember, the terror doesn't end when the video does. You may try to forget, but the shadows have a way of following. The whispers grow louder each night, don't they? So go ahead, close your eyes, if you dare. But know this, you're not alone. Not anymore. But the Black Rabbit's curse has seen you, and it's waiting. So what happens when the lights go out? If you want to find out, make sure you come back. But next time, will you be ready? Sleep well. Or don't. Sit